I'm going to be doing another overview of the Fundrise portfolio. As you guys know, I did one of these previously about 6 months ago. Wasn't the best performance, and you guys are about to see this again, that it's not the best performance, and you guys can come to your own conclusion. However, without any further ado, make sure you like, comment any questions you have, and subscribe if you're new here. But other than that, let's get straight into it. So when we last did an overview, the account was around $7,500, and the account was, I believe, $300 or $400 in the green. Although the overall was still negative, that's including dividends. However, given the current rates for getting a mortgage and the property value is diminishing because of this, I'm not surprised that the value has gone down, because we have to remember that this is an REIT, basically real estate investment trust, but they put E in the front because Fundrise is like, online company, like REIT, we're changing the industry. However, it really is just a bunch of packages of different commercial real estate and personal real estate that they have in their portfolio. And when we're looking at this, we can see that the net return is negative. The annualized return that they annualized it for this year is 1.2% on average for the last 4 years. I apologize. But we can see that these returns, when we're looking at the portfolio, it was first started in 2020. And I didn't really put much money in here, and the majority of the funds were put in around 2022. However, regardless of this, you would think that in around the time of 4 years, you would be somewhat positive. However, we're not. And I guess this is kind of a testament to show that Fundrise may or may not be the best investment for you, because we can look at this from two angles, right? We can either invest now because things have diminished and gone down a lot, or on the other hand, we can decide to stay away because in 4 years things haven't done as well as they should have, right? So it's very imperative for us to kind of come to a decision and see, hey, what do we want to do here? Is this something that I am looking to invest in, or is this something that when I'm looking at his results, I don't want to invest in? Now, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should do your own research, but that is kind of the line of thinking that you should have when you're looking at these things that I'm going over with you. So when you look at this, come to your own conclusion. However, my experience, as you can see, has not been net positive in the last 4 years. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, when we're looking at this and breaking this down, we can see this by quarter. So what we see is that when we started around 2020, things were looking, every quarter slightly in the positive. And then eventually when we got to around mid-2023, things started to look not so hot, right? I mean, the first quarter of 2024 looked positive, and the second one looks like it barely has even moved. So when we're looking at this and we're looking at the top, we see 2.1% of the appreciation is from dividends, 3.4% negative from appreciation, and a negative 1.2% net return. It's kind of disheartening, right? And like I said earlier, I understand why this is the case because of how the real estate market is going now with commercial real estate, rates on mortgages and all these kinds of things. However, there's a lot of other places you can invest your money right now that will give you a much, much better yield than Fundrise. And I know they're running a lot of advertising, and like I said, it could be a good time to get into real estate now because the rates are very high, and when rates are high and property values are low, it's kind of like a seesaw. So if it goes the other direction and rates fall and property values go up, then we're looking at a situation where you got in at the property values are low, and as rates are dropping, the property values go up, so your portfolio goes up, in exchange. But that being said, that is my kind of gist of understanding of what my returns have been essentially and what I think you should do. As we can see, I wanted to kind of get into this part, which is really the breakdown of the portfolio. As we can see, the real estate sector cumulatively has done negative 9%, right? Across all of these years together. However, when we're looking at the private credit sector part of this portfolio, we can see that every single year it has been positive. Now, this is an important thing to kind of pay attention to, because perhaps if you're investing in Fundrise, you only invest in the private credit, because we're looking at about 26.9% over 4 years. Now, again, if you just invested in the S&P 500, you would have done better than Fundrise, essentially. So this should not be a primary form of investment because you're saying I want to get into real estate and so on and so forth. However, I think having a bit of money in Fundrise is the way to go if you want that real estate exposure and you don't already own a property or you're not looking to purchase a property in the future. However, that is kind of my understanding of this. I think the private credit sector is the way to go and the real estate sector is not. So if you're going to customize your account and pick different things in the breakdown and allocations that they offer you, I would suggest that you go in and go ahead and select more of that private credit. But this is all up to you. Like, what are your goals? Do you want real estate exposure at all? Or are you someone that wants to like travel and build a dividend portfolio like we cover in the channel? And are you okay with negative appreciation? Like, are you okay with looking at your money not having done anything in 4 years, as I have had happen? And that's a decision that you have to make for yourself, that I can't make for you. However, that has been my overview of Fundrise. I hope that's been insightful. Again, like, comment if you guys have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer. I answer all questions. And subscribe for more videos. But yeah, that is all. I'll see you guys in the next one.